What's going on, guys? Lord Fluffy, bringing you something a little special today. You loot hoarders can officially rejoice. This is a non-season solo high GR farming build. It's an alternate to Leet Quake. Leet Quake is probably still a bit more consistent, probably a little easier, but this is very fun. I enjoy it a lot, but unfortunately it's non-season only because it does require a legacy weapon, unfortunately. But it's definitely doable with some alternatives, and I'll go over that in the gear section. So what is it? This is what I call Raekor Smash. This build has a little bit more toughness than the traditional IK6 Raekor 4. So it's, like I said, it's more consistent than the strict Furious Charge build for high GR farming. This is not for pushing. Raekor, again, will be the #1 build this season without question. But this is a fun build for those of you who grind solo like I do. And if you're kind of like me, you only played seasons to get that extra stash tab so you can hoard more. So without further ado, let's get into the build. What we're using here is a Raekor 6-piece. Gloves, shoulders, helmet, chest, legs, boots. We are going for maximum CDR. So before I even touch on the gear, I'll talk about how much CDR. We have about 54%, and that comes from, you're going to get CDR on both weapons, on your gloves, your shoulders, your helmet, both focus and restraint. It's a pretty gear intensive build. But yeah, that gives you about 54% CDR, which is 3% short of having a 2-mark Furious Charge. But I mean, we can't squeeze any more CDR. You can get Gogok, but it's not going to be worth running in this build. Anyways, we're using Raekor gloves. We want strength, crit damage, crit chance, CDR. Fizz res in the secondary would be beautiful. Shoulders, we want strength, fight, all res, cooldown. All res could be life. I mean, it doesn't really matter. We just need that cooldown. Helmet, you could even probably sack fight here and go ancient spear damage. You don't really need the Vite on the helmet. But strength fight crit is a solid roll for either spec, so I'm sure you might already have one lying around. Chest, strength fight, life. You could do elite damage reduction. Whatever. Your damage isn't coming from Furious Charge in this build, so don't put Furious Charge damage on your gear. Pants, strength fight, all res. Boots, strength fight, all res, ancient spear damage. On the belt, we want the pride, and all that matters here is that 6-second increased duration of ignore pain. Obviously, ideal would be probably strength fight, all res, maybe life. Your Fury Spent's not bad. The rings, we want the dream rolls. FNR, which is crit damage, crit chance, cooldown reduction on both rings. That's pretty hard to get. Bracers, we want Scholar Salvation. We want physical, strength, fight, crit chance. And then we're using a Hellfire, and we'll go over that in the passives, what passives you want to use. But on the Hellfire, ideally physical damage, crit chance, but strength will work. Weapons, here's where it gets tough. Okay, so here's the 300 spear in 2.4 season 5. It's, it has this secondary roll, which this one rolled terribly. 45% to 60% weapon throw damage, or ancient spear. Now that's what it looks like now. The legacy item. So this is a legacy 300 spear. Legacy means before they made the change, this is what their weapon looked like. And this is what it looked like. So it had weapon throw damage, ancient spear damage. I happen, because I'm a hoarder, that's what Diablo makes you do, I happen to save one, and it was ancient, so this is pretty good for this build. But the Doombringer will work. It won't be as good, but it'll work. So essentially you have two 300 spheres on, which is why my guys run around with these 2 sweet spears on his back. Pretty cool. In the cube, we have Furnace, Parthen Defenders, and you can wear the Parthen Defenders and Cube's colors, whatever you have a better version of. Band of Might. Go over the skills. We have Boulder Toss. That's what this whole build revolves around. All your damage comes from Boulder Toss. Fierce Charge, Merciless Assault. I just picked a physical rune. It's not a good source of your damage, so it doesn't really matter what rune you pick, but might as well pick a physical if you're going physical. Wrath of the Berserker, Insanity. Battle Rage, Bloodshed. And Ignore Pain, Ironhide. Why Ironhide and not Ignorance is Bliss? With our 54% CDR, we get about 95% uptime with Ironhide. So it's good to have on, and most of our healing comes from Bloodthirst, which I'll go over in just a second. For the last skill, it's kind of up to you. I went with Ground Stomp, Wrenching Smash. The Boulder Toss radius that it hits is pretty small. So I like Ground Stomp because it creates density. You're just trying to like speed farm here. So mobs that are spread out, it makes them nice and tight, and they all get hit by the Boulder Toss, which is brilliant. But you can go with Sprint, you could go with, Warcry for sure. You could go with Threatening Shout even, that might be a good choice. But, it's up to you. Passives, Berserker Rage is a must, Ruthless, must, Rampage, must. Nerves of Steel, I only have Nerves of Steel because usually when I'm running this, I have stacks of Pools of Reflection, and I don't want to lose them. So I put on Nerves of Steel. A better choice would be Boonable Kathos. If you're just, you don't give a you're not trying to run full Reflection, or you don't have stacks of Reflection, and you don't really give a shit if you die, then run Boonable Kathos. And then you also want Bloodthirst. So that's where the Hellfire comes in. My Hellfire, I have a Bloodthirst. Gem choices, Stricken, Trapped, Esoteric, just like regular Furious Charge build. There's not really other good options. You could take out Esoteric if you feel like you could survive the Rift Guardian, but you're probably wrong. You probably can't. Gameplay is exactly like IK6 Raekor 4. You just dash around, you're looking for density. Little trip with using Ground Stomp is you can kind of create it for yourself. You can dash around, gather up mobs, and get them to a centered location a lot faster than you would with IK6 Raekor 4. But obviously IK6 Raekor 4 is better for pushing. You also want to be building Raekor stacks, which I'll show you real quick. So every time you hit a mob, you get this, Raekor's Charge. Okay? That's what this build is all about. When you get 5 stacks, at least 5, you're good to go on throwing a boulder. And Maximum Fury. So 5 stacks and Maximum Fury. Don't throw a boulder unless you have 5 stacks of this guy and maximum of this guy. Why that is because the Raekor 6 set, every use of Furious Charge increases the damage of your next Fury spending attack by 300%. Every use of Fury spending attack consumes up to 5 stacks. So you want 5 stacks, and you'll get 1500% damage on your Boulder Toss, plus Scholar Salvation, which is 150 if it's perfectly rolled, plus 60% if you have a good rolled 300 Spear, the new one, plus the Legacy Ancient Spear, which mine is 46, you could have gotten up to 50, or 20% physical if you don't have it, which is fine. So that's pretty much the build. I'll leave a clear of a 69. Why 69? It's just what I like to farm, because all my despair gems I get to 70, and because I want despair on like all of my gear sets, I do 70, and I just keep upgrading gems. 69 is just a good level for me. I'll also leave a link to me playing this build for like 3 hours in the description. But again, if you guys like it, please subscribe, like my Twitch channel. Come on over, say hi, ask questions. I'll do gear checks. But we'll see ya. Peace out. Oh, what's Fluffy? Boo boo head? What? Boo boo head.
Herbert.
I already forgot that. I already forgot it. Chicken. Fucking Rift Guardian is so far away. This one-handed thing. Oh no! I dropped some beans. It's like approaching the end of the Chipotle burritos never clean. That's too long. I'll never remember that. Chukin? Yeah, got it. Oh god. Yeah, Chukin. Go! What was hello? God damn it, there's too many words to remember.
Hello.
No, that wasn't it. No, it was what up. Nope, that's not it. What are you looking up?